Hi, Premier. Cameron
Hi.
Mahler with CBC News.
How you doing?
Good. You?
Good.
Good. Your government is planning to build a 3-story underground parking garage at Ontario Place, right where we saw massive flooding on the lakeshore last week. Is your government reconsidering that plan in the wake of this storm, and how would you flood-proof it if you are going to build?
Yeah, great question. What we're looking at, we haven't confirmed the 3 underground parking spaces because it costs so much to build underground. I'd like to build as much on top without prohibiting the view. But do you know what Ontario Place is going to be? It's going to be world class. Mark my words, it'll be the #1 tourist attraction in all of Canada. So CN Tower has about 1.2 million people. Let's all agree that's a pretty good tourist attraction. But with Live Nation, with the bands going, state of the art, we have the water park there, and still there's a whole part of Ontario Place that hasn't been developed. Once they see it, people, their jaws will drop, and more tourists will come there. And we're doing that with the Ontario Science Centre as well. We're building a brand spanking new, state-of-the-art, more exhibit space in the right location, not in a sleepy little neighborhood in the suburbs that no one goes to, but this is where all the action is, where the soccer is, and the stadium, and Live Nation, the exhibition. So it's just common sense. Like, it's just a no-brainer. I always say, only in Toronto would a government come up and say, we're going to invest $1.5 billion making a world-class destination, Science Centre and Ontario Place, and you get a small percentage, because it is small overall, they make a lot of noise. We don't want it. We want to stay antiquated. We want an old wrecked down Ontario Place that no one's touched in 10 years and no one uses. We have an old building, 55 years old, with a lot of problems throughout the whole building. And we're saying we're going to build something brand spanking new. We know it's right. People know it's right. And it'll be the #1 attraction out there. So stay tuned on the parking lot. We're working with the city as well. Maybe we'll put it on the other side. But it's transit, that on a new transit system that we're building, the largest transit system in North America. They're going to be dropped off right on the front doorstep of both the Science Centre and Ontario Place. It's going to be spectacular when we're done.
Thank you. Next question. People here in the Waterloo region have heard this new Highway 7 promise before, just like we've heard two-way all-day go will be a reality. What exactly is new with today's Highway 7 announcement, and is there a timeline in mind to get this highway built?
Well, we're already moving forward on it. We're building the bridges, but what we're doing is working with Six Nations community to make sure everything's hunky-dory with them. But we've proved it. When we say we're going to get something done, we do it. Highway 413, it should have been started a year ago, but the federal government decided to mingle, and I've never heard of this, but they've done it all across the country. Transportation is our jurisdiction, but they wanted to get hokey pokey and everything else. Finally made a deal with them. Now we're moving forward with Highway 413, the Bradford bypass as well, Highway 7 here, Highway 3 down in southwestern Ontario, Highway 11 and 17. Anyone that drives anywhere, which you all do, construction is happening everywhere. It drives us all crazy, myself included, but let's get it done, and we'll build for the future. We need to build infrastructure. So sure as I'm standing here, that Highway 7 is going to be built. Bottom line. The other ones are talkers, we're doers. That's the difference.